families, because how you doing, YouTube family out there? I was just saying that another tragic incident has taken place within our country, and that I can only extend my condolences because every day I try to, well, not every day, but as much as I'm on this feed, as much as I'm on these channels, as much as I'm out here, promoting my message, which is we need to do something different. That's how much, because you can access me anytime, because I'm out here. My shit is there, pull me up. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that right there. I've been telling you guys, like, this shit is not gonna stop. I began this channel, this YouTube channel, and ultimately I began using Instagram because I know a lot of the kids, your children, most of them, they're over on TikTok. So I'm here, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I'm here to speak to the adults, the grown-ups, so-called fucking grown-ups, because most of us, we don't want to fucking grow up. You got babies out here just coming out of school, just coming out of high school, just quitting school. They're in that age range where they're not an adult and don't have the capability of making adult decisions, but they also think that they know every fucking thing. They're still children, but they still think that they know every fucking thing. And so they're in that precious stage. And that is the same stage where these your politicians, they have these things, they have this shit in motion where they catch your children at that age. And I was fortunate to even be able to go to prison, because most of the kids at that age, if they're not committing suicide, if they're not being hyped up and if they're not doped up enough to kill someone else's child and go to prison for all these many years or the rest of their life, the powers that be have things set in play to where these children are kidnapped. These people are taken to other countries and used for sex slaves and work slaves and all kinds of things. So I was fortunate to go through the horrors that I did go through, even though they were fucking horrors. And if any of you are out there, and I'm not gonna say Christians, because I've run across a lot of people that read their Bibles and have more Christianity in their hearts than these these self-professed Christians, these people that go to this Wednesday night service or this Sunday morning service, and they send their kids to these Bible schools, and you know what I mean, and they're fucking horrible people. They do horrific shit in the community. And these are some of the ones that are putting these politicians into these offices. But when I first began this channel, there was an actual hope within me of touching those of you that have chosen to hide out, so to speak, hiding out in your homes, only just, I'll just go to work, or going to get your nails done, or going to, the barber shop, whatever, just, that precise location that you need to go, just like the grocery store or to wash my clothes, or, that precise location that you have to go. Like, you're not out just in society doing anything for the community. most days you're just at home. You're just chilling at home. I'm not talking about coming out and going to a sports bar or taking your girl out to the movies or everything. I'm not really speaking about that shit. I'm just saying for the majority, you stay at home because you don't want to be bothered. You want to get caught up, and I respect that. So this is why I'm trying to reach out to you. I'm speaking to you. But anyway, it was my hope anyway. I'm just say that. That was my hope when I began, my YouTube channel. That was my hope. While the corrupt, while our children, the people that you gave birth to and then just send them out of the house. Get out of here. Just go to school, go play with your friends, go somewhere and get out of the house. They have, they've been targeted. Like I said, the powers that be have these systems in place where others have targeted your children, and now they're not your children. They just, you just gave them life, but now they're not yours anymore. So now they have been corrupted, and now they tear apart the very society that we need to thrive and to survive. They're tearing it apart, all in the name of chasing the bag. You know what I mean? I wanted to reach all of you, to plead with all of you, in essence, to, come out of hiding and let's clean up this trash. You know what I'm saying? Let's clean up this bullshit that we've allowed to happen. And I will tell any and everybody, especially, excuse me, y'all, but especially those younger than me, even those of my I'm way up in the X generation X. I'm way up here. An older guy now. I see these Instagram posts and they're giving shouts out to these new wave grannies. You know what I'm saying? Where the grandmas got their toes and nails painted and all this shit, and she's out with the little twists or whatever, all these crazy hairstyles, and she's not looking like grandma back in the days, you know what I'm saying? And I'm definitely not hating, because I love when we're shown in a positive light. We see our women taking care of themselves, you know what I'm saying? But the perception is she only looks like that because of junior drug money, dope money, you know what I mean? Because he out here tearing up the neighborhood, so this is the only reason why she looks like this. Because back in the days, they took all of the jobs from us and they only gave us dope and guns, and this is the only way you could feed your family. That's what the myth was. And that's what a lot of people believed. And so right now today, the dope boy is the only thing that's respected in American culture. I remember, the De La Soul movement, when you used to have the little black medallions. Spike Lee came out with the, to do the right thing, and the Malcolm X, and he was trying. And so many, this is where it started. So many of the women left us because they wanted to be a part of that other shit, this gangster era. They wanted the jewelry, they wanted that gold, they wanted, that goddamn flashy ass whip. So they left all of that godly essence behind, Now it's all about being a real nigga. It's all about being, flashy and fly motherfucker. I want the newest, I want that bread. I gotta have that cake, my nigga, you know what I mean? I hate him. Cause I came up through the same shit, you know what I mean? Crack era, I came up through that shit. Out there with my hands on all of this shit. Popping them guns, tricking, throwing money in the air, you know what I mean? telling other niggas like, yo, take your money and invest that shit, buy some land, do this and this and this. Motherfuckers thought I was crazy, like, niggas can't do that, we can't, man, you crazy, you tripping, nigga, I'm gonna go get there. Fuck, I'm gonna go to the hotel, get me 4 bitches and da. So now it's cool too. Because these niggas now can tell you, okay, you know, but then I thought I would be dead in a few years. So I was like, yo, y'all do it. I ain't even expecting tomorrow. You feel what I'm saying? I never thought about no fucking prison. That was never, you know, motherfuckers always, man, I know you knew what the fuck the consequence was. You knew. No. Maybe you did. I never. That shit never entertained. That never entered my mind. I ain't know nothing about no fucking prisons. You know what I mean? I don't know about no goddamn prison. A couple of family members here and there, you know, on through the loop, on down the line. Yeah, they been to prison. What the fuck I know? I ain't not the shit I'm doing. But I didn't know that it was a direct funnel into this. And that's what I'm telling you today. That's what this is. It's a direct funnel into generational slavery to keep your kids enslaved into these people's plan for you, for them to continue to get richer while they continue to give you scraps. And let me just say this, that I got this written down because I want to share this with you. Institutionalization became the ultimate solution in which whites address the problems of having free blacks in this country. So they were building, at the time, they were building these fucking prisons and these crazy houses and all kinds of jails and all kinds of shit they were building. We didn't know this shit. We didn't know nothing. I didn't anyway. I don't know what the fuck these niggas knew. I didn't know about it. So all I was thinking was, you gonna put this dope in my hand and I don't have to work a job, and I could slam my whip, put these lights up on it, I can do this, and this. I can take care of people and I ain't got to work. I ain't got to become that house nigga over there. I'm like, oh shit, hell yeah, fuck that. I'm trying to be like these house nigga ass motherfuckers. They ain't worth a fuck. Don't care nothing about their people. All they doing is just scraping and scrapping and trying to survive because they're selfish. That's what I was thinking. They're selfish motherfuckers. Hardly even give a fuck about their kids, but they just trying to get them, So I was like, yeah, hell yeah. Oh, you gonna give me this gun? Let me bust this gun for these niggas trying to rob? Oh shit, hell yeah, shit, it's goddamn little video game to me, motherfucker, shit. Cowboys and Indians like we used to play growing up. Bam, motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Water gun fights and shit. But I'm not thinking of all the death that we would see, all these motherfuckers that was gonna get locked the fuck up, all your kids that was gonna get locked the fuck up. I wasn't thinking about that. I didn't see all of that. But they were just over here around the cut right there, around that corner, just steadily building fucking prisons. Steadily building prisons. Okay, now, this was the way they addressed having free blacks in society. But now let me just say this right here. Let me throw this out here. Okay? On the other hand, intelligent and powerful people often trap themselves, you dig what I'm saying? By refusing to do what they know they can and should do. Intelligent and powerful people, they trap themselves. So the weak are often weak because they choose to stay asleep. Okay? And this is the way that whites address the problem of having an unaccounted race war, an unaccounted for race war. Because this race war hadn't happened yet, The death is your children. The death of your children is the way that they address this. Mass murders in society. This is the way that they address this. And you tell me, oh, well, the goddamn government is not doing this. These crazy motherfuckers out here is, yeah. All right, whatever. Because you hadn't done your homework. You say that shit because you hadn't done your homework. And I'm not here to argue with you. I'm just telling you that I've done my homework. And I know that there are Russian operatives coming to your children through these fucking devices, on this laptop, these goddamn TVs, all of this shit that they got, this digital shit, this digital world now that you don't really, all you know is about is, all you can do is post your naked ass, shaking your half-covered ass, or showing off this, oh, I'm out here, y'all, look where I'm at. This is about as much as we know about, you know, and maybe some of us will learn how to scheme and scam and steal motherfuckers' money off of here, but there's the dark web, there's a deep web. This social media shit, this ain't even, 3, maybe 5% of all of this goddamn universe, this digital universe, this social media shit, all this Facebook and Meta shit and Instagram, all this shit, this ain't even 5%. 5% Do you know how much other shit there is when it comes to the World Wide Web, www.com? Do you know how much other shit there is to this? Of course you don't. Of course you don't. And you don't really give a fuck. But to address the problem of not having this race war pop off, guess what we're doing now? We're allowing, you motherfuckers out there, we're allowing continuous mass murders, and most of them are your children. We're allowing this shit, you know what I'm saying? Guess why? Because you feel like, oh shit, well, it's up to them. They supposed to be, these motherfuckers over here, goddamn, they, no. How we disillusion ourselves, how we deceive ourselves. But let's talk about the numbers today. We're not even gonna get into damn, she was supposed to give me the goddamn. I'll get it later anyway. We're not even gonna get into what has transpired over the last 12, 15, 24 hours. Let's just talk about over this past week. Let's do the numbers, man. If I throw out the number 21, the first thing you think of, that's the amount of funerals that will be held over the next 2 weeks. 21 funerals over the next 2 weeks. That's just from one of these mass shootings. That's just from one. 21 different funerals of children. Babies. I think I told you this, like it was like 2 of them. The oldest of them were 11 years old. I think it were 2 of them that were 11 years old. That was the oldest among them. And then the shooter, of course, 18-year-old baby, couldn't even buy beer yet. Damn, they can't even buy cigarettes now yet. You know, they up the age of cigarettes. I think I don't know if it's certain states, but I know they said you gotta be 21 to buy cigarettes now. So he wasn't even old enough to smoke or drink or, you know, all he could do was go sign up for the military and die for his country. Getting murdered for his country. Gun violence. We don't call that gun violence. It's only gun violence when we're shooting up each other. Wait. I don't even think it was gun violence when our neighborhoods was just, you know, when we were just the only ones going through this, when they were out just shooting each other up. I don't even think it was gun violence then. What do we call it then? It's the normal day in the world. 19. What do you think about when I say 19? 19 police officers, y'all, that were standing around while this boy was in here murdering babies. 19 fucking police officers. These police officers that you call heroes and all of this crazy shit. When we say defund the police, you want to cut our fucking heads off. You want to show how evil you really are. Because it has to surface some kind of way. So you want to do all kind of evil and heinous shit to us. Just because we say these slave patrol motherfuckers they're doing nothing in society. These crazy motherfuckers namely your ex-president says it was because of people wanting to defund the police that this boy went in there and killed people in the first place. He says that Democratic mayors and governors are the reason why these people are doing this thing. Because they're lack on crime and all this. And you people go crazy when but you don't do your homework. You're not paying attention. And like on one of my previous posts, Heather Heyer, another victim of this domestic terroristic rage that permeates throughout this country. Heather Heyer, she said, if you're not outraged, you're not paying attention. So I'm telling you people, you're not paying attention because you're sitting there listening to this guy and he's saying it's because of Democrats and it's because people want to defund the police. But you have a great example. You have a perfect motherfucking example right here. You have the perfect example right here of a Republican mayor who tried to cover up for these 19 police officers who just stood around, not entering the building and not allowing any of these parents who have. Where did they come from? Did they come from work or did they come from home? They came from all over the place. From grocery store. Oh my God, I get the call. I'm going to my kid's school and where's my child? Let me go in and get my child because you're not going to get. They wouldn't even let the parents go in. But they wouldn't go in. So they stood there, standing around twiddling their fingers, just like they always do when they come to any crime scene. They come with the itchy trigger finger, looking for someone with melanin to kill. They want to see if they can rack up points in this made-up game of who get to kill a nigga. They have set in place. Even these fucking black cops. Oh my God. I'm a nigga, but I want to join the slave patrol. Wow. So they won't kill me, but I will kill this nigga or this black or this God, man, I would kill all these black babies and everybody because I want to show them that I'm on their side. Fuck them. These black police officers turn my motherfucking stomach, man. But we have a perfect example of 19 police officers at the scene, not trying to get to an active scene, an active shooter scene. They're at the scene. While these babies are in here calling 911 themselves, please send the police. We're alive in here, please send the police. And they were already fucking there, 19 of them. What if I say one? What's the number one represents? Number one represents this secret undercover initiation into a higher level of his game. The Uvalde chief of police, Peter Arredondo, he got initiated into a higher level of his game. Now he's not chief of police anymore. Now he got a promotion for allowing your babies to be murdered. He got a promotion. Now Peter Arredondo was in charge of those officers when they came on the scene. And he pretty much allowed them to just, and not one of them said, okay, well, no, Chief, well, look, we need to just, no. They were happy with his decision that this, okay, well, we don't have to go in there. Okay, good, yeah, all right. Well, we'll just tell the family, like, he's just in there, ranting and raving, he ain't doing it. But actually, he was, and they fucking knew it. I'm sitting here telling you today that they fucking knew exactly what this child was doing, what this boy was doing. He wasn't just sitting in there thinking about, I'm going to hold some hostages, or I'm going to just stand here and look tough. They knew what the fuck he was doing. And then the parents finally knew when they heard them shots started to ring out. While so many of these small little children were being mowed down, gunned down by one of their own. Another baby, another child. One could also represent this Republican mayor, Don McLaughlin, the one who was covering up for these police officers. Don McLaughlin, a Republican. Let me just say that he was a Republican. Let me make sure I add that he was a Republican. Okay? Yeah. Democratic mayor. What if we say 19 again? Let's use 19 for a different number. Still the same shit though. There was 19 police officers who are now not cooperating with state officials in their investigation into the facts of the shooting. Going back to the one mayor, Republican mayor, who was covering up for them. Now the police won't even cooperate with members of their own government branch. With any government branch, they won't cooperate now because they knew they were wrong, y'all. They knew they were wrong. And when police are wrong, because they know you are definitely afraid of them, they won't do anything but cover up. They cover shit up. Because they know you won't push, that you won't try to get the facts out. If it wasn't for reporters, they have a job. They're trained at a specific job as well, and that's their job. And so newspapers are getting more and more scarce. They're getting slimmer and thinner, because I want to see this pretty red motherfucker shaking her ass on Instagram. This brown skin motherfucker, even this chocolate dark motherfucker, she got these little boy shorts on, little bikini shorts. That's all you want to do. Porn and Instagram and goddamn, what else is there out there? All kinds of shit out there. Just social media all together. Motherfuckers at the red light. Motherfuckers at the bus stop. Motherfuckers in the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? I'm guilty. I'm the same way. But I could give a fuck less about these motherfuckers shaking their ass. I want to get in touch with you. Let them continue to shake their ass. Watch that shit when you get a chance. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Support them. Fuck them. I don't give a fuck. But there's a whole another side of the coin, y'all. People out here continuously dying, man. What if we say 14? What about the number 14? Now 15. Uvalde, Texas, the massacre happened a week ago. And there has been 15 additional mass shootings since that one incident. 15 additional mass shootings. How many weeks has it been? 1 week. We'll use one again. 1 week since Uvalde, Texas. Now 15 mass murders. One female. Let's use one again. One female who the police officers now want to blame. Let's blame it on a woman. They say, well, this woman, and so you European American women out there, you know, you die for your man, you go all out for your man, you go to prison, go to jail for your man, get murdered for your man, whatever, all right. This is how much they respect you, you know, because like I said, your Constitution ain't even for you either. But a European American woman, they want to blame her now. They said, well, she didn't close the door. She allowed the shooter to gain access into the school. Despite audio and video showing this woman slamming the door. Not closing it, slamming the door and locking it. Audio and video. They still want to blame it on it. Well, no, maybe she closed it after he came in. So, no, I won't even touch that. But let's go to the number 16. Number 16. Every 16 hours in this country, there's a mass shooting. And that's something. Every 16 hours. So again, I'll ask the question, what do police do? Please, somebody make sense out of this for me. What do police do every 16 hours? I mean, how many of these mass shootings? And like I was saying a couple of episodes ago, Mrs. Michelle Alexander has written this book, and she made a point of our criminal justice system not being a system of crime prevention and control anymore. I didn't know that's what it used to be, but it was supposedly a system of crime prevention and control. Now it's not. If you call these gentlemen heroes, and this is the type of thing they do when your children are at stake, then you are a twisted person inside, deep inside. You're fucked up. You call these people heroes, you're fucked up. I'm saying it. It's no other way around it. I mean, of course, nobody wants to hear the truth. Am I fucked up? Yeah, of course, I'm fucked up. Because slave owners were my mother and father. Slave fucking owners, even though I never went through slavery. Supposedly, so-called slavery. But this book that I just spoke about, from this lady, she made a good point. She said, she has found out what the new Jim Crow is. Yeah. So I stand corrected when I say that, like I've said before, that police don't do anything but come to a scene after all parties have vacated, have left the scene, and then they stand around and they look tough with the hand on the gun, and you know they got all this shit around their belts like they fucking Batman, the bat belts and all this goddamn shit, and they, you know, and they get on the walkie-talkies and they can keep going back and forth to the cars where they got all these shotguns and all these computers and shit. And you know, and they look fucking tough and they look cool, but they usually come to the scene after. And then they just like, yo, you know, they tell everybody in the community, yo, you need to tell it on somebody. I know you're seeing something, you need to tell it on them. Help yourself, help your community. keep you motherfuckers divided, because they go to this moment. Like, you know who told it, don't you? You know who says told it on your motherfucking head? They get a kick out of that shit, because they dividing and conquering like they always do. But I stand corrected. Because now, they didn't come to the scene after everybody had left and arrest the person that called them, or the you know, the person or the people that are trying to, you know, get such and such issue solved. They didn't do that this time. And high five, you know, the person that most obviously did the crime. You know, that's what they usually do. and just look for a reason to haul this black body into one of these warehouses, one of these jails or prisons or whatever the case, you know. But this time I was proven wrong, because they were actually there before this shit popped off. This time police officers were actually fucking there before the shit popped off. And what did they do? They were there, and what did they do? They allowed this heinous fucking crime to take place. They allowed a baby. They were scared of a baby because, well, he got all this, but don't you motherfuckers have all this tactical gear and all these bulletproof everythings, and, you know, bulletproof helmets and goddamn shields and goddamn all of this guy. Don't you have all of this shit? For one little boy, with all of this police training, so when they murdered George Floyd, they said they were going to revamp police training. They were going to re-look at police training, how these people are being trained. So and I'll say this though, this wasn't just another heinous act. This was the most horrific type of crime. I bet you my shit wasn't even on, yo. My shit wasn't even on.